Welcome back, everyone. And I do mean everyone. It's the Forgotten Circus. So, another day, another reboot. What do we have in store? But this reboot, I do agree with. The Hellspawn himself, Spawn, will return to the silver screen. Todd McFarlane's getting his wish. Finally, there's been some movement. He's been writing a script for ages now. Probably rewrites, trying to get it perfect. And the reason why a lot of people passed on it um, because I guess he was writing it, wanted to direct it, he wanted full control, and you know what? It's his right. He's the creator of Spawn. So who else better to write and direct a comic book movie than the creator himself? So I do remember when I was younger, I went to a comic book convention and I actually got a raffle ticket. I was running late and it was about to, I mean, it was probably like an hour from closing. And I got a ticket and then they did a raffle and I actually got a signed or autographed Spawn Volume 1, Edition 1 comic book. And right there, just, I was a little kid. And to see that, and it was the first I didn't know Spawn at all until that, and I fell in love with Spawn. He's definitely on my Mount Rushmore of comic book character superheroes. Well, he's not really a superhero. I mean, he's from hell. He gets power from hell, but that's another story. But I do like the casting. Jamie Foxx is going to play the lead role of what's his name, Al Simmons Spawn, and then Jeremy Renner still attached. Now, both of these actors are coming back from pretty tragic things in their life, and one got into a snowplow accident, and thankful for your great recovery, and I'm probably you'll still never be the same, but you're still Jeremy Renner. So uh, you were my favorite in the town. That's my favorite movie. Favorite performance from Jeremy Renner was the town. And then you had Jamie Foxx went through some illness and got cloned, and came back and made a successful recovery. But the two of these, it works. But I don't know who Jeremy Renner is going to play. Obviously, we know that Jamie Foxx is going to play Simmons, basically Spawn. So how can you do this better than the first movie? Because the first movie was great. I love the first movie. John Leguizamo's performance as the clown, the violator, should have gotten an Academy Award. And I know it's a comic book movie. I know it seemed cheesy at the time, but if you look at the special effects for the time, great. Don't hold up too much now, but when you saw like Spawn with the practical effects, the prosthetics and everything, it was pretty good. It was actually legit. Now the special effects with the cape and chains and stuff, and the Violator, and going to see the Hell Spawns in hell, it needs a touch up. I do agree on that. All right, but with the special effects we have now, Spawn is going to be awesome. Okay. So Jamie Foxx is perfect for it because he has that dry humor. He can get to the size that Spawn needs to be, the athletic size. And I just think that's great casting. I know Michael Jai White will always be the dream casting. That's why he was he was the first Spawn in the original movies. So he has that hands down. But I want them to have like a cameo with him in there, and something like Jamie Foxx's Spawn is coming through, and he's like, nice suit or nice outfit, something like that. He could be somebody um, just in the background, maybe some like bum on the street or whatever. That'd be cool. Pay respects to Michael J. White. Although I think he could still pull off Spawn, but you're putting somebody with a lot more acting chops in there when Jamie Foxx, and I think that's going to be that was a good choice. I'll give him that. Very good choice. So what are you going to do? Are you going to? I know that if Blumhouse and everything, Jason Blum and all that, they kind of want to pull into the horror aspect of Spawn, which is very important. Now, Spawn and the Clown, you do have some comedy and comedic dialogue between the two. You know what I mean? So I think Jamie Foxx is going to, but you have to have somebody that's the clown, the violator, to pull it off. And I wish John Leguizamo would reprise his role because he was so good as the clown, the violator. I don't know if he's going to come back. I haven't read too much into it. Who's going to be casted for that? But you got a mountain to climb with with that performance from John Leguizamo. That's a tall mountain, but he can pull it off. Now, and I want them to incorporate in this movie a lot more because this is a very troubled character. You could do the route of he was a mercenary, spec ops. Anyway, he gets betrayed, he dies, and then he gets chosen to be basically like how Galactus has heralds, like Silver Surfer and others. Satan. I'm just going to keep Satan. I know it's a different name, but in hell, he has his heralds of hell spawns, which go out because that's the only way that he can like affect the Earth realm. So it's you got to bring the horror into it a lot too. It can be witty and funny, but it's got to be dark and gritty and kind of where the hair stands up on the back of your neck. You could with the special effects they have now, this movie could be so ridiculous. Because remember, you got Spawn, you got Simmons, right? You got Spawn, right, by himself, and then you got his chains and his cape. So it's three personalities basically rolled into one. So the chains do some things. They'll just do stuff like randomly because he's not Spawn's not thinking, and then Cape will instantly protect him from gunfire, anything. So you have to have that. It's a three-person thing. Those things have to have personalities incorporated with the character of Spawn, the superhero Spawn himself. So I don't know how you're going to spin that. That's going to be hard in itself. Actually did it really good in the first movie. They could have had a little bit more personality, but they're their own entities. But I'm so glad that this movie, and it's possibly rumored 2025. So this they might start filming pretty soon because I mean what are we in right now? March, right? So March 2024. It'll probably be a fall, late. No, I would say late. They're probably going to do like October for like the Halloween theme and stuff. Probably like an October 2025 release. So they got to get filming quick because this is going to take a lot of special effects. And if you get this right, you have a new franchise. And I know people are kind of skeptical on Todd McFarlane writing and directing and using like a horror production company. You can be skeptical all about it you want, but he's the creator of it. He knows the character more than anyone else. And I hope that Jamie Foxx and Jeremy Renner and who else are playing, they do your study on the comic books. They're fun comic books, great to read. It's always fun, action packed. It's a great story. I mean, I know it's kind of cliche, he dies and then he has to come back, he gets resurrected, come back to avenge his death, but he's basically a pawn and then breaks away. I know but it's the way they do it is poetry in motion in that comic book. So do this right. And you know what? The funny thing is about this is probably still going to come out before Blade reboot. Jeez. But if I can't get Blade, I'll take Spawn because he's such a dope character, and his he's always learning with his powers. Like his powers are endless. He's always learning because it when he first gets them. Granted, he's already trained with hand-to-hand combat, probably the best in the business, in the spec ops field. But he's he can always adapt. Like the cape can learn things, the chains can learn new things. He can learn. He can keep getting more powerful. We don't know the true extent. Like he has no ceiling. But I'm pretty pumped about this. I think it's going to be awesome. Jamie Foxx is a good pick, and but I don't know that I just had to make this a little short one. Tell me what you think. Are you excited about Spawn? I am. Um, I think it's a good reboot. But anyway, like, comment, and subscribe down there, and just hit the click. It takes one little click, and I want everyone to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. And I really do mean I want everyone to subscribe, and I do mean everyone. No, really, everyone.